This podcast is part of the Pathological Nerdcasters Network. Find more at pncn.rocks, where all the geeks come to play.
Yeah, but they're... You're breaking anymore.
Ah, Crag, the cunning linguist, my arch nemesis. This is Erin from the Words Alive podcast, by the way. You think you can stop me from taking over the... Wait, am I the bad guy in this nemesis? I think I've kind of become the bad guy because I keep bringing up this fact, and you're such a nice guy, Craig. I don't understand. So, I don't even understand why we're nemesis at this point. I don't remember what started. Anyways, I did want to say congratulations on 50 episodes. That is a fantastic mark. I know that you've put a lot of effort into the show, and it just shows in what you do. I love that you've got your family involved and all sorts of fantastic things. Thank you so much for doing segments for us, too, by the way. That is awesome. So, 50 episodes. Fantastic. I'm excited to hear 50 more. Thank you, Crag, and I shall continue to be your board gaming nemesis in some capacity. Anyway, see ya.
Hey gang, it's Patrick from What Did You Play This Week podcast, and I wanted to congratulate Botch Games for making it to 50 episodes. Craig, you're doing a great job, and I think the addition of Will and Tyler and Erin and Quentin has just been really great for that show you guys do up in Canada. Wait a minute. Oh man, I botched that up. All right, well anyway, congratulations.
Hello, and welcome to episode 50 of the Botch Games podcast. This is the big 5-0. We've made it 50 whole episodes, not counting the little side episodes of viewpoints and designs and whatever. But this is our 50th main episode, so welcome.
Hooray.
Middle age, over the hill.
I think we've been over the hill. Isn't that 40? Yeah. I mean, I'm approaching over the hill.
50 is the new 40.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So, as you can hear, I am joined in the studio by my lovely wife, Erin.
Hello.
And my son, Tyler.
Hi.
Hello.
And obviously, my co-host, Will, is back.
Hey,
Well,
everybody.
It's good to have all three of you in the studio for our big 50th celebration.
It has never happened before.
To have all of us in the studio, or to
It
have
will
50
never
episodes?
happen again.
Or to have 50 episodes?
Both.
It'll happen again with the four of us being in the studio at the same time, won't
Oh,
it?
you think?
I don't know.
In the 150th episode, duh.
Or the 100th?
Or
Yeah, that is 50
75th?
times 50. No.
What? No.
Nope.
Math is power.
2,500 tie?
50 plus 50
What did I say?
times
I'm tired, okay?
A squared plus B squared.
He works
C
midnights.
squared.
C squared?
I do. I barely get sleep.
So not only did we go from last episode being a solo episode, and now we're doing, that was bad, but last episode was a solo episode, and now I have all four of you in the studio at the same time. That's like, maybe everybody's
irrelevant.
making up from leaving me alone last week. Wah wah.
Had to do some adulting.
Adulting is the worst.
It's the worst. Especially when it's forced upon you, like taxes.
During this entire episode, there's going to be, on our little bumpity breaks, there's going to be sound clips from friends of the show, from other media people who have sent in little sound clips to wish us a happy 50th. So I'm sure you'll hear that. I'm going to get sentimental for a moment before we break. It's been, almost 2 years that I've been doing this? I've been through a couple different co-hosts. We took a hiatus. We changed the format about 50,000 times, which if you do the math, that's like several thousand. That's 10,000 times an episode we've changed the format? Okay, we've changed the format a lot.
And lost templates along the way.
Yeah, lost entire swaths of sound banks and things for the show and rebuilt them from scratch. It's been a challenge, but I'm so excited to still be doing this. I absolutely love the hobby. I love the people that I'm sitting here with, and it's been an amazing 50 episodes, and I'm so excited for the next 50.
Oh man, that's nice. You love me.
I do. Unless my wife makes me shut it down.
What?
Because she's the boss. The
That's what-
podcast.
Oh.
You put too much time into it. Shut it down. She gave me a mean look. I don't think it's going to happen. Is it not going to happen? Yay!
Who do you think I am?
The cute one across the table.
Will's the cute one across the table from me.
Oh, Will's blushing. Wafting.
Do you want me to waft you over here and give you a little air?
I keep forgetting that like they don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying what's going on. So
Well, Tyler, I know the rest of us know this, but Tyler still thinks that we're doing a YouTube channel.
No,
Oh, you figured it out finally? Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
This is a Twitch live stream.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Anything that you guys want to say about... I mean, Will, you've been around for about a year, and Tyler and Erin, you've been around, obviously, from the beginning, and I just made you guys come on, like, the past 6 or so episodes, and Will, you've been about the same, maybe 8 episodes? So, are you guys having fun doing this? Or
Yes.
is this something we should keep doing?
Yes.
oh, I'm having a blast doing it ever since you had me on when me, you, and Chuck recorded that one-off.
Yeah. That hasn't seen the light of day yet, but it needs to.
Whenever we did that, I kind of just like, I don't know, I started really enjoying doing the hobby of recording and stuff like that. On top of this, like when I was doing the radio show, it's just something I've always enjoyed. So to be able to do it like twice a month, just sit down and talk about what we did.
Yes.
I still don't see why people want to listen to us, but that's good.
They definitely do.
I don't want to listen to me.
Well, that's why you've never listened.
I listen to our clips.
Oh, okay. It's people value the opinion of us as a family and enjoy hearing us together and our comedy together as a family. Like Tyler's comedy about saying that Will was the cute one across from him.
Well, we are funny.
We are kind of funny. I'm
Yeah.
not funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm just really excited to be hitting 50 episodes, and then soon after that we'll be hitting 2 years, and that's also exciting.
Then we'll be hitting 51.
And then we'll be hitting 50.
Oh, man.
Oh, check please. So
There he is.
There he is. So before we take the little break to talk with just Erin and Tyler about the games we played as a family, this is releasing right before Origins.
Yes, it is.
Are you guys excited about Origins?
Yes.
Super pumped. I haven't been to like, the last like convention I went to for like anything was Pittsburgh Comic-Con, and I got to meet Stan Lee there.
Wow. There
Yeah.
he is.
It was just the janitor's name was Stanley.
Yeah. It wasn't like Stan Lee, it was Stanley.
Yeah.
Stanley, like,
I was peeing, I
Stanley Steamer.
had to clean some stuff up while I was peeing.
Yeah.
It's cool. He was a swell guy.
But you met Stanley,
Yeah.
like shook his hand and everything?
Yeah, we were on our way to the bathroom, and then I let him in first, and then the bathroom was full, so I should have learned from that. It wasn't a great meeting. It's not like we had profound talks. It was just kind of like, oh, here you go. And my cousin Buddha almost took him out. Been waiting my whole life to meet the man, and my, at the time, 15-year-old cousin almost took his life away.
Why? Because he got to pee first?
No, Buddha just didn't realize someone was there, and Stan Lee's kind of old.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
all stage makeup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
So I know I've said it before, but Tyler and Will and I will be there starting on Thursday. I don't know. Maybe we'll go down to the convention center Wednesday night. I don't know.
It depends.
There's nothing going on down there.
if I'm up for it or not.
Yeah, there might be people there playing games. We might stop by, but if not, we'll be there bright and early Thursday morning.
We could bring our dual discs. That way, if
By
we
bright and
run
early,
on
you
the
mean
street,
what?
There you
9
go.
o'clock? 10 o'clock?
Well, gates open at 10. The doors open at 10.
the crack of noon.
Nope. We got to get there early so we can get a parking spot. And then, Lau, you will be there on Friday
On Friday.
and ready to play some games.
I think I'm excited to go. It's the first year I really have an interest in going. It's not really boy time anymore.
No, it's people time. We're going to get you an inclusive ribbon to hang on your tag. There's a guy who's giving away inclusive ribbons to show that everybody belongs at the table. Yeah. What
Why
think
do
about-
I need an inclusive ribbon?
Because you're a lady gamer, and that's awesome. There needs to be more lady gamers.
We're the boss gamers.
So then we can just call everybody gamers.
So if anyone is giving out ribbons, my objective is to hang it by like one of my belt loops and try and get it hanging the floor. So if anyone has ribbons that you're handing out, I can't English because braces.
Yeah, Ty got braces today.
And he was willing to talk on the podcast after getting braces today.
Yeah.
Champ.
Dedication.
Heart. He's got heart.
I don't have any more adjectives.
Brave.
Scared.
Ouch.
So, any ribbons, tweet me.
Fortitudinal.
Taught him. I do not want your ribbons. They'll just get thrown away.
Why? You can hang them on your badge.
And the bad thing is that Tyler grew, almost a freaking foot since last Origins? So he almost got it to the floor last year. It's going to be even harder this year.
And I'm still using my old badge from last year.
No.
Yes.
The old lanyard?
No, the thing.
The plastic sleeve?
Yeah.
Okay, because you can't use the same badge.
I know.
Okay, all right.
I'll show them. I ain't gonna buy a new badge.
So that's it. That's all the intro stuff. We're going to take a quick break. Unless anybody wants to say anything else, we're going to take a quick break then, and we will be back. I'll be back with Erin and Tyler to talk about what we played. And so stick around, and you're going to hear some people wishing us a happy 50th.
Hey Craig, it's Edward.
And Amanda from Heavy Cardboard.
Just wanted to say congrats on making it to your 50th episode. That's pretty awesome.
Great job. We're only on 48.
Yeah, so you're ahead of us. So,
Yeah.
A lot more than a lot of other podcasts. They come and go, but congrats on making it to 50, man. And here's the 50 more.
Congratulations.
Hey, Craig, it's Steve D12. Just wanted to wish you a happy 50th show, and I hope you guys produce at least another 50 more. Keep them coming. I'll keep listening. Take care.
Jason from the Docking Bay 94 podcast here. I just want to take a quick moment to say congratulations to Craig and his crew of family and friends on their 50th episode. Here's to all of you and hope for another 50 more. Congratulations, you guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Braces suck.
Braces do suck. It's been a big week for you, huh, kid? Got
Big week.
Yeah.
How they feeling?
Meh.
Braces on Monday. What's your name today, by the way?
Todd.
Todd.
Hi, Todd Marks.
Hi, Todd.
With
Well,
two D's?
it's-
Do you spell that with two D's?
Yes.
What else was it? Tiberius?
Tiberius.
Do you want to explain that?
Trevor.
Tiberius
No.
is fantastic.
I'll let Patrick explain that.
Well, Patrick Hillier has decided that every time he refers to Tyler, he's going to change his name to a different T name. So today, Tyler's name is Todd. Because Tyler decided that he was going to change his Twitter name every time Patrick chose a new name. So we got Todd today, right?
Well, whenever you're listening to this, it might be a different
It probably
day.
will be a different day. So even though Erin disagrees, we didn't play much.
My list is pretty big.
Yeah.
It's not smaller than usual.
Yeah, but the games on your list are like 5-minute filler games. Like we didn't have any like good gaming.
Or like
games.
8-Minute Empire.
Say what you like. I had a good time.
Okay. I'm not saying we didn't have a good time, but like you have a list of games that you wanted to get played and we haven't played any of them. So almost a month now. Bring Out Your Dead, Orleans, Elysium. What's the other one? Pandemic Legacy. They're all games that you want to play and we haven't played them. Instead we played Zombie Dice. I'm not saying it's bad. Viticulture is another one you wanted to play.
Yeah, with my new thing, we haven't played with my new deck yet. That is the sad part.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, that you have a lot of games on your list, but we don't have the games that you wanted on your list. The like substance games. You know what I mean? The first instance would probably be what? Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So I picked up a few little family party games to try and get everybody yelling at each other. And what did we play?
Happy Salmon with an L.
Happy Salmon.
Happy Salmon,
Happy Salmon.
Happy Salmon.
which everybody was happy playing.
Well, mostly.
No, your mom didn't get mad until Spaceteam.
Well, Addison tried.
Uh-huh.
My niece tried.
Yes.
Who is
5.
5.
No. Yeah, 5.
And she played one round, and after that, she was like, "Okay, I'm done."
Well, she's too
She's
young
like,
to read the cards.
Hopped
still.
up and walked away, like angry.
It'd be better if the pictures were better, I think.
Yeah. So how's it work? Anybody?
You either have to fist bump, give a salmon tail, switch
Where's
your
the
deck.
instructions?
We don't need the instructions. There's 4 different cards. Everybody gets their own deck of cards that's colored. Blue or green or red or whatever. And pit style, everybody starts going, like you have your deck, and you, at everybody at the same time, flips it completely face up. And then pit style, you're trying to like yell across to everybody else at the table to try and get them to...
High five, pound it. Switcheroo, which is switch positions on the table.
Yeah. Or...
Happy Salmon.
Which is like you smack each other's forearms a couple times.
The sucky thing is that every time I get to like 1 or 2 cards, I would get a switch.
Yeah.
And then somebody else would win on my deck.
Well, we did it. The thing is, you're supposed to switch seats.
But we were in limited space in the garage.
Right. But I'm pretty sure you take your deck with you when you switch seats.
Oh, really?
Because you're only supposed to be able to do things with the people left or right of you.
Oh, really?
Yes. But we did a few things differently because we were in a confined space and we couldn't really move.
I think I'd prefer to do it with anybody, not just the people next to me.
Gross.
Family friendly.
Hey, I said switch positions, and I thought that was a dirty joke in my mind.
We should find out if you take the deck with you or switch decks.
We should. But what did you think? Was it hilarious and ruckus? And
I thought it was fun. Can't wait to play it again. We're going to a family event tomorrow. We're going to take it.
And then the other kind of everybody yells at each other game that we picked up is a game that Tyler's been wanting.
Spaceteam.
I think the three of us liked it, and maybe Bree, but definitely not your mom.
Bree froze. My cousin Bree absolutely froze.
She did freeze, and then your mom got angry. But we liked it.
I just couldn't find that one symbol.
Yeah.
There are a lot of weird symbols and names.
Right, just like the app. If you've played the app before, which a lot of you have not, but Tyler and I have. Yeah. So listeners out there, if you've played the app before, you know you're yelling for like, turn off the Flipple Dinglehofer, and someone's like, cancel the subscription. You know, so you're yelling for people to do things. So like, there's a button that says subscription, and the toggle is either renew or cancel. So you're like, cancel subscription. You're like, cancel subscriptions, and you have to flip your toggle to cancel. It's craziness. It's hilarious craziness.
You should download it and then we should try it.
Maybe.
You should.
Maybe I will.
It's free.
It's free on the App Store and Google Play Store and Android Store.
Oh my gosh. So, thank you, advertiser Tyler. So
Advertisement by Google.
There you go. I played it with Saker and Will and B and people like that before, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I got to get everybody else to play it.
I would like to play it again. We just have to pick a better group of people.
Well, we can play at 3 players.
Yeah.
I want to play with Saker.
We can easily play at 3 players, and we're taking it to Origins. Saker might be at Origins.
Good.
So that was anybody. What do you guys have to say about those 2 games? Any thoughts?
No, I enjoyed them. I'd play them again.
I was really kind of surprised that you liked Spaceteam.
Oh, I did.
I was really kind of surprised.
Why?
You don't really like Jungle Speed?
It's okay, Erin.
I
Jungle
do.
at your own
It's
speed.
It's just stressful.
Yeah.
I don't want to play a stressful game. I used to always love spit and speed and spoons and stuff, and I don't think I like that anymore because
apparently
I have so
you
much
have to,
stress in real life.
Apparently the game has to start with an SP to be a real-time fast game.
Yeah, I think so.
Spit and speed and spoons and jungle speed and Space Team.
What's the other one? Nerds. So Spnerts.
Smurth.
So that was Memorial Day. We had a pretty good... So that was Memorial Day. Anybody have anything else to say about the Memorial Day time?
We had a water balloon fight. Tyler did, not Todd. Okay. Let's clarify that.
Or Tiberius.
Or Tiberius.
Tiberius has no sense of humor.
Or Trevor.
Yeah. Or Taylor.
Or Taylor.
Or any future names that we do not know yet.
Patrick, get on that. I bet you he just has like a list.
I showed you the list.
No, like more than that list.
Oh, okay. So then
that was only A's.
Mm-hmm. So then what was the next occasion of games?
My birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, even though it's like
old news now.
7 days.
Even though Tyler's old news now.
Yeah, he's old news.
Oh, it was a week ago. Hey, look at that.
It was a week ago.
Exactly a week ago.
You're 1 week closer to being 15.
You're 1 week closer to death.
True. Same.
So what do we do on your birthday?
We played 2 games.
Well, we were supposed to go
go-karting.
But you're lame. All right, your friends are lame. Your friends are lame.
Blame it on me.
Your friends are lame.
Well, you're the one who chose not to go.
Yeah, we could have still gone. So anyway.
But hanging out with you guys.
Oh.
Nope.
There's this place in Alliance. It's $25 a person for 4 hours of unlimited fun. Who doesn't want to do that?
Right? Okay, so at your birthday, what do we do then?
We ate Chick-fil-A.
We ate lots of nuggets.
Thank you.
You and I had a nugget race.
We did.
They ate.
We got a nugget
entire
tray.
So those 2 and Tyler's stepdad, and I don't count because I only had a couple, ate an entire nugget tray.
Yeah, delicious.
My mom didn't eat any. She had grilled nuggets.
So to set the backdrop, Erin and I went over to your mom and stepdad's house and hung out at their house with you playing games and eating chicken.
Yes.
How was that?
Pretty awkward.
It was still fun, though.
I think I was the only one that wasn't extremely weirded out because I have no emotional connection, so it didn't bother me.
Oh, man.
Wait, the 3 of you, on the other hand, it went down in a burning flame.
No, it was okay. It was fine. Was it fine?
Yeah.
It was fine. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
So it was fine and you had fun? Yes. Okay, so what games did we play then?
We played Timeline. No, there's no
No,
S.
it's no S.
But we have 2 sets in there, so it is Timelines.
Okay, I can't argue that.
And then Codename Peeps.
Codenames. There's definitely an S on that.
No, there isn't.
So Timelines and Codename.
Yes.
And your mom and Greg don't really play
games. They got Sushi Go as like surprise, like, hey, here's a game, play it with us, teach us
and play it with us.
Do you know what, though? I think I was surprised to find out that Greg doesn't play games because I would totally tag him as a gamer. Totally.
And he used to play Axis and Allies.
Yeah. So when we left that night, he had told Craig, yes, it is Craig and Greg. You heard that right. He had told Craig that it really is changing his mind about games.
And he ordered a set.
We know what's in his heart. We know the real him.
He ordered a set of what?
He ordered a set of Timeline.
Which one did he order?
Music and film or something?
Oh, yeah,
music
you
and
did tell me that. That's cool.
He's going to be good at that.
Yeah. So how were Timelines and Codename with your mom and Greg?
Pretty good.
Do you think they got a grip on it?
Yeah. I think they got a grip on Timelines.
Yeah.
But not Codename.
Do you think that they'll be able to get Codename after a while?
Maybe.
I felt like you and Isla, we were on the same team. We were a little bit more better at sharing a brain this time.
Well, I realized that my brain is really stupid.
Same.
It works in ways that nobody's brain should work. And I pick words that have such a threadbare connection of a definition to give you a word, and I feel so bad for it.
Well, I thought you did better this game, and I thought I was more in touch with you.
Well, that's good.
Nothing can beat our
And
Dead
I like
5.
your brain.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm sure we're going to end up
Keeps life
playing this
interesting.
at Origins. Codenames
Don't
with a whole
involve
bunch
me.
of people, and I'm sure it's going to be awful. They might have an advanced copy of Codenames pictures there that we can look at, Ty.
Codename Picture? Okay. I'm cool with Codename Picture, but not Codenames Pictures.
You're only trying to get one name with one picture.
Yes.
Spoon. Oh, you got it again. Gosh, you're so good at this.
You're so good at this. How are you so good at this?
So that was the extent of your game playing for the week, huh, kid?
Yes, it was.
Because you're a big freaking lame-o.
Yes.
Well, no, he spent 15 hours in drums this week. That's like a part-time job.
He did. He did spend 15 hours in drums.
And then I got
I would still like to play something tonight
Yeah.
when we're done.
I still got above 600 pp in LC.
Oh, man. And you got braces on Monday, and you were laid out with pain for a few days.
Yeah.
Still, you're lame. Okay, so then you and Will and I had
English.
a game day on Tuesday.
Yes, we played Takenoko, which we talked about, which we will be talking about in our 50th episode top 10s.
Yeah.
But it was good to pull that out. I think all of us are liking it less the more we play it. I still want the giant panda.
I know.
I don't want to pay $200 for said giant panda, though.
No.
Not even $100. Not
What
even
about-
20.
No.
What about one?
How about we go to the toy store and buy a big plastic panda?
Okay.
Okay.
And then put it on the table and then play Takenoko with it.
Uh-huh.
Tokaido.
The
Play
Machikoro.
Machikoro.
The panda game.
All right, then what else?
We pulled out 7/7s, which we haven't played that in a really long time. And it took us a minute to get a hang of it again, and it ended up being really fun.
Yeah, you still like it?
I do still like it. We'll have to play that again.
Have you played
soon.
that, Tyler? 7/7s? Do you
I feel
it?
like if I could suggest
Yeah.
a game for everybody to pick up this week, it's 7/7s. Pick it up. You won't be sorry.
So that's your recommendation for the week?
yeah.
Or for the episode?
It's easy. It's nice on the pretty scale. You can play it with anybody. It's
Yeah.
good.
Awesome. And then lastly, because you had to prove your theory again.
Let it ride. We got the night started with Will because he and I were both very, very, very tired the night we play. So we started with zombie dice to lube us up. So this weekend, when you're all at Origins and you need lubed up because you're tired from staying up tonight.
No, not lubed. No.
Yeah, lubed.
It's next week, isn't it?
Yeah, it's next week.
Not this week.
Then you can, thanks for the correction.
You're welcome.
You can start it out with the dice rolling, test everybody's luck.
So again,
It's proven to wake you up better than coffee.
the only thing that's proven in this whole situation is that
Don't let Will go to the casino. That's the only thing that's proven.
And that Craig is like the tortoise and the tortoise and the hare.
The tortoise.
So I scored 1 or 2 points around, and I won the first game 13 for me, 7 for you, 0 for Will. And the second game, 13 for me, 6 for you, still 0 for Will. Because Will refuses to keep any brains.
Yeah, and I play...
You try... The problem is that you're
carefully daring.
Yeah, you're too influenced by Will and I. So I'm like, you got 3 brains. You want me to write it down? And you're like, yeah. Ooh. And then Will's like, let it ride! And then you grab the dice and just keep rolling.
I better start to get a brain of my own. But that wouldn't be any fun.
Here, why don't we play it tonight?
You'd be terrible at The Price is Right.
I always wanted to be on that.
You'd just be staring at the audience like, what? Tell me a price. What do I do?
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So, but that's been our week.
Yeah, we should play it with Ty.
I think we're playing something tonight.
Zombie dice. Will
might come over tonight. Who knows?
Okay, if Will does come over tonight.
Yeah, Ty, you haven't seen this yet. You've just heard about it.
We have to play zombie dice, and I have to beat both of you. All 3 of you, actually.
You won't beat me.
Yeah, I will.
Slow and steady. So that's it. That's all we've done this week. Anybody want to give any parting words before we get to our 50th episode chatter? All right, well then I will. Here. Well, we'll be back in a minute with to continue our 50th anniversary episode or 50th episode anniversary. As far as the 3 of us sitting together, we're gonna have some amazing weeks.
4 words of advice.
4 words of advice. I'm terrified.
Don't let it ride.
It's words for some of us to live by.
Yes, one person in particular.
Yes. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much for sitting down here.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. Origins. I will see you in less than a week for Origins, man.
No, it's next week today. Gosh, get it right.
Yep.
We're leaving today.
Thanks, guys.
We're leaving next week today for Origins.
Thanks, guys.
Love you.
Love you.
Are you guys leaving Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Wednesday.
Thursday.
Wednesday.
Thursday.
And actually, this episode is coming out Monday, so whenever this episode comes out, it'll only be 2 days until we're in a car driving to Origins.
Episode?
Episode. It's better than being an epichode. Suck it.
Hey Craig, it's Brandon from the What Did You Play This Week podcast thing. And I just wanted to say congratulations on episode 50 of the Boach Games podcast. It's always great to hear more families gaming together and talking about the gaming together as well. So Erin and Taylor, congratulations to you all too. Whale has been a fantastic addition to the show, and I really need to get an assistant here as well. I wonder how much he'd charge. All kidding aside, congratulations Craig, Erin, Tyler, and Will. I look forward to listening to more as you all move towards episode 100.
Hey Botch Games, this is Brian from Cloak and Meeple. Also part of the Pathological Nerdcasters Network, where you can find more information at pncn.rocks. Anyways, just wanted to pop in and say congratulations on 50 episodes. So here's to 50 more. Congratulations and keep up the good work.
Hey everyone, this is Matt from the podcast of Nonsensical Gamers, wishing Craig and the Botch Game family a big happy 50th episode. It certainly has been a wild ride, but Botch Games has become such an awesome show, and congratulations for hitting this landmark. Somehow you guys managed to beat us to 50, so I guess the race is on to 100. We'll see you there.
So, as advertised, we have decided for our 50th, because Erin and Tyler and Will are, pretty newish into both the podcast, and Will's newish into the hobby. And even though Erin and Tyler have been playing a long time, they're still kind of newish into being bombarded with all of the games that I bombarded them with.
I feel like I'm not new anymore.
No, I definitely introduced you to way more games than you've ever been introduced to. You know how they say, like, in the last 100 years, there have been more people born into the world than there were from the period of beginning of history till then. You know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in the past year, you've been taught more games than you've been taught since the beginning of us being together.
Beginning of time.
Since the beginning of our time. Cake and eggs time.
Cake and eggs.
There we go.
Get off your phone. We're doing a podcast. Get off your phone.
Shut up. Mind your own biz.
Hey, you told me that at the table, so I can tell you.
At the table, she tells you we're doing a podcast. Get off the phone?
Yeah.
So you think we're on a Twitch stream and Erin thinks we're perpetually on a podcast? Is that what's going on here?
And Will still thinks that we're in a YouTube channel.
Well, that's news to me.
Will thinks he's on the Truman Show.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Craig does too.
I haven't been telling Craig he's Truman for the longest time.
There you go. You told me what?
I haven't told you I thought you were Truman this whole time.
No.
So I haven't spoiled it anything.
It's ruined. So as advertised, we are going to do our top... Each one of us is actually going to do our top 10 games of all times.
Yes.
So wait, can Scrabble actually be on my list?
No.
No.
You said top 10 games.
Top 10
of all
actual
times.
board games.
Hobby board games of all time.
You put Axis and Allies in yours.
Yeah, it's a hobby board game.
It's a classic game these days.
There's a difference between...
It's a vintage game.
No, there's a difference between Scrabble and Axis and Allies. You can give it a special honor if you would like.
Jake wanted to play Axis and Allies.
I know. I like your friends. They can come over anytime and learn Axis and Allies.
Jake won.
So I guess we drew straws before this all started, and I got the short one, so I'm going first, because I always get the short straw.
Wait, we did?
It's metaphorical.
Okay.
My number 10 is a classic game. No, Erin's going to give me crap about it, but it's a classic game. It's actually one of the first hobby board games that I ever played, and it's Betrayal at a House on the Hill from Avalon Hill, and then it got picked up, I think, by somebody else. That's terrible of me to not know that. But Betrayal at a House on the Hill is a classic kind of exploring the mansion and Ameritrashy running around, and then at some point in the game, someone becomes the traitor, and then it's one against many, and there's a giant scenario book with all kinds of different scenarios that the people are trying to survive and escape the house or stop the one player who became the traitor. It's glorious, and it's what got me super, super excited about even attempting to play modern board games. I mean, other than my number 9, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But Betrayal at House on the Hill was the first game that I played with many of the people in my group, including B, who you've heard from, and Chuck, and my old co-host. We all kind of got together, and this was one of the first games we played. So not only do I thoroughly enjoy the game, it has a lot of history in my gaming life. And there's also a new expansion. The first expansion that's ever going to come out for Betrayal at House on the Hill. It's going to be coming out.
So that's where it all began for you, Law.
That is where it all began. I mean, other than like Magic the Gathering, but Betrayal at House on the Hill was like my first modern board game. And yeah, it's got a... Right here. It's got a special place right
Next
here.
to Bang.
Oh. You remember Bang?
I have a feeling that was a dirty joke, but...
No, board game, the card game Bang. You remember it?
Yeah, I know.
With the sheriff and the deputy? And,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It was not a dirty
I
joke.
shot the sheriff,
What song's that?
but I did not shoot the deputy.
I don't know that song.
I need to school you on classic rock.
Go ahead.
That's a bad joke. All right, so, La, what's your number 10?
Bring out your dead.
Oh, here we go.
Bring out your dead.
From Upper Deck that came out last year.
Yeah, it's just easy and fun and quirky looking and just an easy game.
I was going to ask if anybody else had thoughts, like for all of these, if anybody else has thoughts on any of the games that's on anybody else's list, feel free to just chime up and say what you think about the game, good or bad, preferably good. But no one else at this table has played Betrayal at House on the Hill, so that's why I skipped it.
Yeah, I think we all like Bring Out Your Dead. Most people who play it do.
So Bring Out Your Dead. And you, Tyler, what are your thoughts on Bring Out Your Dead? I know it's not on your list, but what do you think?
I actually liked it a lot when we first played at Origins, even though we only got to play like 1 or 2 turns.
No, we played the whole game.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So still good, though?
Yeah.
All right. You blanked there for a second.
I know.
Will, you played it, haven't you?
Yeah, I played it once. It was pretty fun. It was enjoyable, especially with like I seen cards where you get points if your the bodies fall down the river.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting, which got me a little more into it, the ridiculousness of like, oh, we don't got room for him, so he's living in a van down by the river.
Yeah, I think it's a really simple family, like, area control. It gets you...
And I think that little things like that just change it up enough to not be totally boring.
I agree completely. It's got some neat card play and things like that. I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
My number 10 is Mansion of Madness.
Never played it.
Nope.
Mansion of Sadness.
Nope.
My number 10 is Chupacabra dice.
Uh-huh.
Because my dice rolling luck is really good.
So it kind of works also like...
zombie dice. Martian dice.
Martian dice. Chupacabra dice works a lot like Martian dice. So what do you like about it? Is it the press your luck? Is it the...
Yeah, press. Take your luck.
Take your luck.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Let it, words to live by. Let it ride.
Yeah, play it safe.
No, let it ride.
So we actually played a game of zombie dice tonight, and we're hopefully picking up Martian dice at Origins because Erin and Tyler want a copy of it.
I never played Chupacabras, though.
Yeah, what's the difference between the Chupacabra and the Martian dice, Tyler? What does Chupacabra dice do?
No clue. I haven't played it in so long.
But it's your number 9.
Number 10.
It's your number 10.
Must have had good memories.
I have this feeling like you just randomly chose games to put on your top 10.
No.
I have a feeling you trolled this whole segment.
No.
See,
You
shakes
didn't
his
put
head yes.
7 Wonders on there.
Okay, so it works. It's a push your luck dice scrolling game.
Yes,
like
test
Martian.
your luck. Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Will just looks like he's sleeping against the microphone.
So what's your number 10, Will?
Number 10. Coup. It was, thought Coup was a really fun, just kind of, I don't know, line game that kind of like, oh, well, I got this, what do you got kind of deal. And trying to like psych people out of what like you have compared to what they have and stuff like that. I thought was really interesting, especially when you get like a good amount of people in the game. So it's like 3 or 4 is where I felt like I've had the most fun.
No, 7.
I chose Coup. I forgot. This is the game. But yeah, and I don't like it. I'm glad you like it because we bought it. We played it once. I thought the box looked cool. I saw it at Barnes & Noble. I wanted it. It was a waste. So I'm glad you like it.
You're the only person that doesn't like it. You don't like social deduction and bluffing.
Nope.
Didn't we play it
You
with...
a bad liar?
I don't even like Clue.
It was Colonel Mustard always.
Yeah, I don't
with
like
the
Clue.
with the pipe in the dance room.
The dance room.
In
With the cardboard
dance
box.
room.
I think we played a Coup with Dan, Will, me, Hugh, Cliff, Saker, and I don't know. I know we played Formula D with all of us.
Yeah.
I just don't remember
That was
who
a big
else.
night.
But what did you want to say about 7-player Coup? Because that's where that story was going.
I loved it a lot. There was a lot of hilarious moments because you're like, oh, there's only like 4 cards in the center in like a 7-player game.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you're basically testing your luck, pushing your luck into what cards people have.
Number 9.
All right, my number 9 is actually quite a surprise because it used to be my number 1. No one except one of Tyler's 14-year-old friends will play it with me. And that's Axis and Allies. Again, I went classic because it's one of the games that got me started. I used to play this for my first bout out of high school was a culinary school. And every night for about 6 months in culinary school, we played this game. Me and one friend played this game every night.
The whole game or just like a couple moves?
No, the whole game. We got it down to about a 2-hour process. So we played Axis and Allies every night after class. I was on the 5 p.m. till 10 o'clock at night shift in classes for culinary school. And when we came back, everyone was already passed out for morning classes, so we would play Axis and Allies.
Was it just for morning classes?
Yes, for morning classes.
Okay.
And then we would play Axis and Allies all night. And then I would sleep on the couch, so I didn't wake up my roommates who had to be at class at 6 in the morning. So that's my number 9. I've tried to play it with so many people back home, and no one will play it with me.
Jake will.
Because apparently it takes too long, and everybody thinks that I know it too well, and they
Well, if
get
you
tired
played
of
it every
losing all
day,
the
you
time.
may know it too well.
Jake will.
I know it very well.
Jake will play it with you.
We'll see. All right, Lau, you're number 9.
Tokaido. So that's the Japanese road game,
Machikoro.
and it's just so pretty.
The Panda game.
And
Designed by,
some guy,
oh my gosh,
Finforge.
Bowser.
Bowser.
Oh, it is. Wow.
This is the first Bowser game on your list.
So pretty.
Uh-huh.
And it's easy, and everybody can play it,
Uh-huh.
and it's quick, and you can do different things each time.
What do you think about the expansion, though?
Wait. That's the first Bowser game on her list? How many more does she have?
You'd be surprised.
I don't think I liked it. I don't remember because I think we played with it and then I think I was like, no, I don't want to play with this ever again.
It adds one extra option for every space. So like you can either donate at the temple or you can do this or you can shop or you can gamble. Or
So inflation again. Yeah, I don't like inflation expansions. Yeah,
Okay.
Plus 1.
Dumb. They're fine themselves. Not every game needs an expansion. Suck that, gamers.
All right, so how about you, Ty? What do you think about Tokaido?
I love Tokaido. The Panda game. It's really fun.
Now, do you really love Tokaido, or
Yes.
are you just saying you love Tokaido?
I love Tokaido. The Panda game.
Craig doesn't like it very much. Have you played Tokaido?
Nope.
It's so easy. We should teach it to you.
It's pretty boring.
Beautiful. It would win his pretty scale.
It would. It would definitely win Will's pretty scale. It's just there's not many options. There's not many choices in my opinion.
It's kind of like adult glorified Candyland.
Yeah.
Would it make an 11 out of 10 on Will's pretty scale?
At least a 10.5.
At least.
Okay.
We'll have to teach it to you.
What would make an 11? Well, inside information. What would make an 11 on your pretty scale?
What's your prettiest game?
It's actually on here, so when we get to it.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Number 9, Grizzled. The Grizzled. Grizzled, whatever it's called. The Grizzled.
I was wondering if anybody put that on.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay. So, well, number 9.
The Grizzled.
So it's a fun co-op. What do you like about it? Why is it number 9?
It's really hard to beat.
Okay.
It is challenging, yes.
It is challenging.
But it's really rewarding when you actually beat it, though.
I know. You get nothing.
It is. It can be done. You can feel good about yourself.
I always look at the negative side of things, like, oh, yay, we won the Grizzled. What do you get? Nothing.
They're coming out with an expansion for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can see how an expansion might work with that.
Okay.
Will, number 9. Go.
Number 9. I have it as Stone Age. I played Stone Age for the first time at on International Board Game Day at the Meeple. They were talking about it. Craig and Tyler were talking about it like the whole time up there. And when I finally got there and I was playing it, and it was one of the games that just came very quick to me. And I liked how I can like think of different strategies by how easy it was to learn, but to win is difficult. I like that. It's easy to pick up, but hard to master.
I like it a lot too. We just talked about this in our last Family Played, not the one on this episode, the one for episode 49. And I think Erin decided that she doesn't think that she wants to have a copy of it.
I do not. Like I said, it's one of my first hardcore
Worker placement.
Euros. I liked it at first, but I think I've moved beyond it. But I agree with what Will's saying. It's always nice when you can start to strategize in your first run of something, because that doesn't happen often.
I think she's saying she's more advanced than you, Will.
No,
That's
I'm
what I
saying
heard.
honestly, like,
She called me basic.
usually you just have to strategize later.
Mm-hmm.
She called you out, Will. Better go back out at her. What?
Back out at her?
Yes. English is hard.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I wish that I played it more, but
Number 8.
my number 8. My number 8 is Arboretum from Z-Man Games. It's a thinky, rummy style card game where you're building a pattern or a path of trees on the table in front of you, and it's got just horribly
What,
difficult.
not rummy?
I hate it. I hate Arboretum.
Oh, he's just shaking his head profusely.
Yeah, because he hates it. But I think that it's just super difficult decisions and punishing consequences if you happen to discard the wrong thing, and I just absolutely love it. And there's only about 3 people that'll play it with me, so.
And Will's one of them.
Yeah, I actually really like Arboretum. It's really weird that I like Arboretum, but I don't like the Grizzled.
You don't like the Grizzled?
I think I can name 2 of the 3 people who play with you. Oma.
Yes.
And Will.
And B.
Yeah, but I watched you play
And
it
Bill.
last time, and I got it a little bit better. I had no clue of even how to wrap my mind around it when you tried to teach me it. It's just very spatially aware.
It's one of those games that you got to play to figure out, in my opinion.
And it's like a puzzle. It's kind of like Dingo's Dreams or Sudoku, but I'm good at Sudoku. Like, it's a puzzle, and I have a hard time with it. Next is Splendor. Tyler likes Splendor. Just easy. It's a quick flip through the cards, save up your moolah, buy other cards, gain points, and win.
And boring.
Number 8, Camel Up, because I love Camel Up. The first
Did
time.
you look like the camel?
Yes. If you look on my Twitter profile, my picture, or one of the pictures that I posted, will be my Twitter picture next to the camel on Camel Up, and it looks exactly the same. I like the dice rolling mechanic in it.
You just like the giant pyramid.
Yes.
And
I like how you bet on your camel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, if you're first and you get your camel right, you get like 8 victory points. And it's like, oh, I'm good at this.
Luck is on my side.
Don't play again, Tyler. Especially when you get older, you're just going to get gambling problem.
I already
Let
do.
it ride.
Let it ride, yeah.
Let it ride.
Yeah, but Let It Ride is exactly why Will cannot go to the casino.
I have never got a point on zombie dice.
Not one.
No, I think he had a point last time.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right.
But that point felt so good, he just wanted to keep trying for more.
Yeah, I think Camel Up's really fun, especially like whenever you think you have the sure bet and then camels start hopping on other camels' backs and then it completely screws the entire plan of the game.
Yeah, the part where the camels jump on the backs I love it because you're sitting there and like, oh, I'm gonna place a bet on this orange camel first. And then, the yellow camel jumps on his back.
Oh, I did not love it.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I thought it was a fun game. You just play real quick. It was really enjoyable. It's really any person's game at any time.
It's because Erin doesn't like fun.
That's why I married you.
Exactly.
That's why I'm her stepson, because I don't have fun.
Although, since you got your haircut, we mentioned this earlier, you've taken away the mope shade that used to surround your face. Now
This
you're not
is halo of mope.
Yeah, now you're not so mopey. I guess that the hair does make the emo.
It does.
Wait, it does?
The mop makes the mope.
The mop makes the mope. Words to live by. Remember it. If you're a parent,
that's a
remember
quote
it.
for the ages. So you're number 8.
Cosmic Encounters.
We're never gonna get
Of
through
the
this
first
list.
time. I don't know how I knew coming into it. 10 is a lot.
Cosmic Encounters is a good one. I'm pretty sure someone has it higher on their list, so we're gonna talk about it then. But it's a nice number 8 for me.
There you go.
I like Cosmic Encounter.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about it later.
Okay, but that's all I'm going to say about it.
Oh, Lord.
Never talking on your podcast again.
Number 7.
Apparently Humpty is here.
Humpty. My number 7 is Imperial Settlers from Portal Games. I taught it at Gen Con a bunch last year, and I absolutely love the engine building, the empire building in it.
The 4-hour game.
It's not a
4-hour game.
It's not a 4-hour game.
Yes, it is.
It was a 4-hour game for us because no one would sit at the table.
I would.
We still never played with the expansion yet.
We have not played with the expansion yet.
What?
I still have the Atlanteans and the deck building kind of stuff, and it needs to be played because I want to play it. I want to play it so bad, especially before another race comes out, because I think they're going to come out with a new one every year. Or a faction, I mean.
At Origin?
Gen Con. And then I got a copy of 51st State Master Set, which it works the same way, and I haven't played that either, but I'm taking it to Origins. So that's my number 7, Imperial Settlers.
Erin.
My number 7 is Lanterns. Initially, it was Yard Master, but I just scratched that right off the entire list and put Lanterns in its place.
Mm-hmm.
Not even as an honorable mention?
We haven't hit those yet.
I know, but not... Okay.
You mean Yardmaster's an honorable mention?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
What's
sure it
not
will be.
what's not to like about Lanterns? That's why I don't understand
what
why
number is this?
you don't like Splendor,
7.
because Splendor is similar to
All
Lanterns.
right, well, your Lanterns is higher on somebody else's list, so we'll talk about it in a little bit whenever it gets to that person.
Okay.
Number 7 on my list is Valeria Card Kingdoms. I've said this in multiple other episodes, but I'm going to say it again. Machikoro on drugs.
The Panda game?
Yes.
I've still never played it. Remember you guys told me all about it.
Well, what do you keep saying about it? Every time you see it on the table, what do you say about it?
This looks fun.
Nope, that's not what she says. She says, good lord, that's ugly. And that dude looks hideous.
Oh yeah, okay, I do know.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the ugly art in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind it, but I could see how you would hate it. So what else do you like about it? Do you like the Machikoro aspect and then like
fighting stuff.
And fighting stuff. So just like what we're planning to do after this, which is Lost Legends, which is Seven Wonders with fighting stuff. Or Ascension is Dominion with fighting stuff. So this is Machikoro, but fighting stuff.
And on drugs. Okay, well, number 7.
My number 7 is 7 sevens.
Well, it looks like you just hit the jackpot, because there were 7 sevens in that.
There was 3 sevens.
My number 7 is 7 sevens.
7 sevens. The reason I liked so much, it was kind of like, it just impressed me that like how fun a game could be so early on when I started kind of picking up the hobby with Craig. It's probably the 3rd or 4th game that he put in front of me. Me coming over independently, other than like the role playing group and stuff like that. So it kind of showed me that there's a lot more to these games than just like Monopoly or Risk or any of these just kind of, I would call them Walmart board games. Stuff you can just generally find anywhere, like dollar store, anything like that. And it kind of like helped me get into the hobby of the more in-depth games, the harder ones where there's like super upsetting factors like the old man where you can just hurry up and end the game or stuff along those lines.
Well, and I think that is starting to be a trend amongst all of us, like these early games, you know, even Tokaido for me, like it was an early game. And even if it's a little bit more simple, it wins a place in your heart.
Splendor was an early game for you too.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the one
I
Stacy.
think you bought it for me.
Yeah, Stacy brought it over, and then I bought a copy because you guys really liked it.
Yeah, I think we bought it online because I was so stoked about it. It's probably the first game I was ever stoked about.
Number 6.
My number 6 is Cosmic Encounter, which was Will's number
8.
So why don't you hit me off, start us off on why you made it onto your list there, Will?
One of the main reasons I like Cosmic Encounter is that no matter pretty much each time you play it, the game can be completely different each time. There is really no repeating factor as long as you draft the alien race that you're starting as. Like, it's completely random each time. The different races will occur different abilities with the other ones. It's complete random chaos from the start of the game, and I love that there's really no control factor.
Which is different than what you normally say about the board games that you like, is that you don't like that uncontrolled chaos.
Yeah, this is one game that, like, I've played and it does it very well. It's not just random, like, okay, this is who's gonna win. That's why I generally don't like this one's like, it's anyone's game at any time because there's these game-breaking powers that each person has, as long as it's used right.
Yeah, as long as they're even, yeah.
Yeah, well, the saying is that if everything's overpowered, then is anything truly overpowered? So if everything's overpowered, then everything's balanced because it's all breaking the game in the same kind of fashion. But you said about the randomness not letting people win or pointing to who would win. The thing that I really like about Cosmic Encounter is the randomness on picking who you're going to attack.
Yeah.
So there's no hard feelings around the table because, hey, the deck made me do this.
Yeah, there's no way you can really hate draft anybody unless you're like jumping on their teams.
Like evolution, where like, yes, it's certainly part of the deck, but it turns out to be, I'm going to eat your animal and you're going to die.
Yes. To be fair, though, and I've said this before, there were no other animals that the carnivores could have attacked except for that species.
It's kind of terrible if the entire table is a carnivore except you.
That's life. That's like
I don't want to play life in a board game.
I don't want to play Life the board game.
I don't either.
It's only board game.
Well,
where you gotta have
don't play Evolution then.
So yeah, that's my number 6.
Oh, my turn. Patchwork, right in the middle. Craig and I play Patchwork every day, a couple times. Love the board game better. It's easier, I think, for both of us to use spatially recognized.
Yeah, because we played on the app.
Yes.
Yep.
Don't get me started on the app. Anyhow, it is.
It's not great.
It's not great. It's
good.
Better. It's a little better, but I mean, we're still playing it. But it's because we like to play together and like the game, not because we like the app.
We like each other.
We do. We're cute.
But you don't like me?
Of course we like you.
So yeah, I love Patch. Well, yeah. Okay, it's an Uwe that I am okay with. It's good. I'm not good at it. It's really well put together. I don't put quilts together very well.
You better practice with your mom.
That kind of sounded like an insult, but I won't take it that way. So yeah, I enjoy it. I don't think that Tyler likes it at all.
I hate it.
I don't know if Tyler likes 2-player games. Do you, Ty?
No.
I didn't think so.
But you like Agricola Creatures Big and Small.
Yeah.
That's a 2-player game.
Probably just because...
No, don't listen to him. Not even probably just because. Just wait till we start getting to the top of his list and you'll see how much he likes 2-player games. Don't pay any attention to the words that come out of his face right now. What do you think of that?
My number 6 is Scoville.
Scoville.
But not with labs.
Liked it until the labs.
You didn't play with labs?
Nope. That's why I said without labs.
Oh, okay. By TMG?
Yes.
Which is...
By OMG. By
Taste-
TMI.
Tasty Minstrel Game? No, Tiny Minstrel Games.
Nope.
Yep.
So why do you like Scoville?
Just like how you make all the peppers, rice patties. Pepper rice patties.
No.
Yes.
Peppermint.
So you
rice patties.
you like the crossbreeding
Yes.
aspect of it.
Crossbreeder.
Yes.
I think that you're going to like labs. I liked labs. Labs got my engine going I was the first one to get a ghost pepper, and I focused heavily on labs.
Yeah, but did Will still beat you, or he was pretty close?
No. He came close because I let you guys have one more turn and didn't finish the game. I would have been way ahead.
But you know what? I've still never figured out how to get the ghost pepper, even in the regular game and this game.
You mix a black and a white.
Still couldn't get it. What I need to have is like either make my own diagram or have little players to show me. I really struggle with that.
Yeah, I feel like with Scoville, because the whole time this was my first time playing it, and I want to try it again using the same strategy I did against somebody who's using the actual expansion, because I didn't touch my lab at all. And through most of the game until the very end, I was in head the whole time. But once they started like using the labs to kind of boost them up a little, and that's where Craig was able to jump bounds.
You know, somebody.
I feel like with better like placement and planning that I had either way, even if you didn't use the lab, it wouldn't matter. I feel like with or without the expansion, the game is just as even.
I mean, we'll see.
Which I think is good for expansions. Like, you don't have to use it if you don't want to.
I'm with you. I feel it. It wasn't inflation. It just gave other paths. What did you say that, La?
I thought it was inflation.
Did you?
Yeah, that's what I said. It was inflation.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
So
if I
It
agree.
just made you get it quicker.
So it was +1?
Oh my gosh. That joke, at some point, Tyler, that joke's going to be funny. Just hasn't happened yet.
And, well, you laugh, so it's apparently funny.
I was laughing at the fact that you just keep trying.
I try so hard and got so far.
All right, Will.
But in the end,
Number 6.
it doesn't even matter.
My number 6 was lanterns.
Lantern.
It's on yours too, dear.
I know.
So, why did you like lanterns
It's
first? Erin?
pretty. And you can do stuff the whole game, which I realize I like. You know, like if somebody else places a tile, you're still getting cards. And your strategy is constantly evolving. You can buy stuff, which I like. It's like shopping. That's good. Also why I like Splendor. Shopping. Yeah.
Lanterns was, besides Dead of Winter, the first, the other second game that Craig put in front of me. So it was, like I said, it was one of the starter games that kind of got me into the hobby. And it's number 1 on my pretty scale because the whole game is about making
Number 1.
a pretty lantern festival.
So it poetically speaks.
Yeah. So it, like, everything about it, I just liked. I liked the theme about it, what it did, how the mechanics worked of, like you were saying, how everyone's getting stuff each turn. Nothing's just stale where you're just sitting there doing nothing. You can constantly be planning, okay, I can place this here, there, or there. And the game doesn't just go on. There's a definitive point, hey, this is going to be over.
That is true.
Number 5.
My number 5 is Arcadia Quest. I think that it is an amazing tactical miniatures game on a board game, on a campaign game, designed by Eric Lang with all kinds of crazy awesome powers and drafting of heroes and items and moving around the board and shooting your friends and killing monsters, and just everything about it is freaking amazing.
Isn't there a game called Shoot Your Friends?
Nope, we're not talking about that.
Please.
I absolutely love Arcadia Quest. Tyler and I had so much fun with it at Origins. We have our own copy. We've come up with our own way to kind of draft and work our own campaign. I just love everything about Arcadia Quest.
Plus, shout out to Danny. I think that's what his name was.
Danny was his name.
It was, okay.
The Cool Mini or Not demo guy from Origins, who you crushed him and he was super impressed. Yeah.
With
Kanga
with the Skull Crusher.
Yeah, what do you think about it, kids?
I loved Arcadia Quest when we played it, and when we play it now.
Okay, good. I was really worried that it was going to be like, but I don't want to play it anymore. You still want to play it?
Yes.
I have yet to play it.
I know.
So, like, it's something I've been wanting to play for a while, but there's other games that I wanted to play longer, so I just keep kind of pushing it back. Like when we were playing Arkham Horror, that caught my attention before you got Arcadia Quest, so I was like, okay, I gotta try that first. Then I loved that, but that was terrible.
Oh, did somebody say number 5?
Yeah.
Well, I chose Takenoko, but we played it today, and I don't know if it's still number 5. Definitely don't like the expansion like the original game. It's more streamlined. You just get in, get out, get dirty.
That's the expansion.
That's the whole name of it.
Get in, get out, get dirty.
Well, I mean, she's shooting out baby pandas.
Yeah, it's Lady Panda.
And I said this during the game, I really, really enjoyed it the first time we played it. Oh, also, by the way, this is Bowser game number 2 on your list. I loved it the first time we played it, but it has diminishing returns. Every time I play it now, I like it a little bit less. It's got too much bonus card rush at the end. And I will say, I disagree with you, my dearest. I like the expansion, I just don't like the baby pandas. I like the tiles that it adds, with the extra water source and the like shrines that pop up different colored bamboo all around the board, you know what I mean?
But you can't count on them. They're like irregular.
No. Well, you can't count on the base tiles in the game either.
Well, you can count on the baby pandas more than you can count on the base tiles because, for example, I knew I was going to get what I wanted because you had a green one and I had a green one.
You could just run around, though, and get baby pandas the whole time, which I didn't like that.
You're maxing out at 18 points.
Rabbit a 7, pair of 6.
Yeah.
So it's a waste. But I personally like the expansion of Takenoko.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really cool. All the extra tiles that were added, the Lady Panda, to kind of curve some of the things you're having problems with. Like if you're just like me and have terrible dice rolls, it kind of takes a little luck out of it. Which in certain games that's bad, but this one I feel like it's pretty good because
you did win.
But the only thing I don't like about Takenoko is it seems the easiest way to win is just drafting farmer tiles.
Yeah.
Because that's something you don't really have to do. Like you're your opponents are going to do it for you.
Yeah, the board state could already be set up that way.
Yeah, so you can just be like, pick it up and like, okay, that's a point. That's a point. That's a point. That's what I don't like about it. Not that I don't like it.
Well, no,
you
just don't like to break
I feel
the
like
game.
it's,
Yeah.
a little broken at that point because the panda you actually have to work towards. The tiles you actually have to work towards on placement, whereas the farmer ones is just, hey, if you got 5
on it.
I mean, we're into games so much that if we played a game a couple times till we broke it and got tired of it, that would be fine because we play so many games and we have so many more games to play. However, they're too expensive to do that. You should start trading some more.
I'm working on it.
But who wants these older games? Everybody's already had them and played them.
I'm working on it.
My number 5 is Dead of Winter. Because dice rolling. Again, all of my games are dice rolling. Holy crap.
He likes it because a dog can hold a sniper rifle.
And ride a horse.
Why wouldn't you like that?
It's a fun co-op.
It is a fun co-op.
We played it together the other day.
We did.
And if we played it 2 players, then there's no betrayer, which is how we prefer it, because we're wusses.
You're the betrayer. I vote you off. I love you so much.
John Gilmore said you're the betrayer. So
I am.
Okay, I enjoy it.
Come at me, fools.
I enjoy it thoroughly, but I don't really want to play with the betrayer.
My number
we gotta
5
get through this list.
is X-Wing, but it is also higher on someone else's list, so we will talk about it at a later time and date. Number 4.
My number 4 is Agricola by Uwe Rosenberg, because Uwe is my homeboy. I absolutely love
You
it.
need a t-shirt that says Uwe is my homeboy.
There are t-shirts that say Uwe is my
Oh
homeboy.
my gosh.
You can buy one that says Uwe is my homeboy, or Feld is my homeboy, or I think Chuddick is my homeboy.
I'm Bowser's homeboy.
You're Bowser's homeboy?
Yes.
You mean the other way around?
No.
Okay. That's kind of what I assumed.
I'm the boss. Bowser's.
So Uwe is my homeboy. I freaking love Agricola. It's like I don't even know. It's really high on the BGG top 10 games of all time, and it deserves to be because it's fantastic. But last time we played, I almost burnt my house down out of frustration, which is probably why it's only at number 4. So that's my number 4, Agricola. Anybody else? You both liked Agricola.
I don't mind Agricola.
But you hated it with the cards.
Yes.
You just like the family style, which is super boring.
Did I play with the cards?
Yes, and that's why I almost burnt my house down.
I don't like Agricola, but I like Agricola, all creatures big and small.
And Erin, you said the opposite.
Well, I thought I would like the big and small.
But-
And what it did was give me a better appreciation for Agricola. Because there's a little bit more strategy to be had in Agricola.
So that's my number 4.
My number 4 is Viticulture. There's lots to do in it, and you can drink wine while you play it. You can keep scoring points, which is fun, and then drink more wine.
Yeah, it's a really neat worker placement game.
Lots of different strategies, too. You don't
Yeah.
have to play the same all the time. And then the cards we played last time, I saw some of the cards that I've never seen before, so I feel like the cards just add new elements, new depth. It's a good game.
And we have the Tuscany expansion, which is...
we haven't played yet.
Right, which is modular, which we're ready to start adding in.
Yes.
It was a really fun game, especially when you're having wine. I feel like it's good to do with that game. You know, it seems right.
I don't drink wine. Sorry.
Yeah, but I fed you cheese and crackers and pepperoni.
I don't eat any of those things except pepperoni.
Well, okay, I fed you pepperoni, so
There
it's
you go.
crackers.
It was a fun game. Like I said, it was a really good social worker placement game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm with it.
My number 4 is Mission Red Planet.
It's a good choice.
I freaking love that game.
I do too.
I knew Tyler loves that.
It is really good.
We're taking that to Origins because it holds 7 players, I think.
Meh.
I'm surprised both of you didn't put it on your list.
It's good, but there are just ones that I enjoy playing more.
It's number 11.
Yeah, I would say it's an honorable mention.
Also, at the end of 2016, we might have to make a top 5 or top 7 or top 10. Probably top 7 of 2016 best games of 2016 that were made in 2016, like we did with 2015, I think.
Yeah.
Why not 8, Ty?
Because
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
My number 4 is Above and Below.
What's above and below it?
I'm surprised it didn't make it on Tyler's list.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Yeah, it did. Honorable mention.
I like Above and Below due to the narrative part of the game when delving through dungeons. The fact that the other player reads you through a scenario in which you're going through, and you can decide to take one route A, B, or C.
This is the one that's like choose your own ending?
Yes.
This sounds fantastic every time I hear about it.
It's an amazing looking game.
Yeah.
Which I haven't really been disappointed by any Red Raven games.
Disappointed? I haven't been disappointed neither.
I've been disappointed in years.
Disappointed neither. So we have disappointed and then we have disappointed neither.
Yes.
Doodle.
You and I were going to play on a team so I could teach it to you. and I was just way too whooped to even attempt it.
I do
and then we
remember
played
that.
Patchwork instead.
How pretty it is. It's a really good looking game. It's a very eye appealing game. Honestly, the main thing I like about it, I don't even care if I win or lose. It's kind of a side fact for me. I just want to keep delving into the dungeons and go through all the different scenarios and see where that kind of takes me.
We should play it.
And you love it too, Tyler, right?
Yes, I love it so much.
I'm so surprised it didn't make it on your list.
It made the honorable mentions, okay?
But I think it's because you're like number 3, 2, and 1 are just ridiculous. And I don't know why they're there.
Number 3.
That was okay.
You can do it for Hero now, Padawan.
No, I'm not ready.
All right, well, my number 3 is Pandemic Legacy,
That's a good one.
which is higher on someone else's list. So we'll talk about it later.
Oh, my number 3. Wait for it. The Bean Game.
Which is
Bohnanza.
Bohnanza, which is now Uwe Rosenberg game number 3 in our top 10s.
Uwe? Bowser?
Nope, Uwe.
Oh, Uwe's.
Rosenberg.
Yes, it's a good game.
Patchwork,
I just love it.
Agricola, and now Bohnanza.
It's good. It's a good game.
Do you still like it even though we learned how to actually play it?
Yeah.
Because I know you got really frustrated.
Well,
the
I played
first
it
time.
the real way with Jose.
Uh-huh.
But I think maybe you're just hard to beat. But I do like it.
Why
And
do
the
I?
beans are cute.
Do I win a lot?
Yeah.
Do I? I thought you won a bunch, Ty.
No.
Do you like Bohnanza?
Yeah.
Do we teach
Matter
Will
than matter.
Bohnanza?
Yeah, I played Bohnanza. It was I only played it once, but that's with all the beans, right? Like
Yeah.
the green beans, the yellow beans, jumping beans, stuff like
Chili
that.
beans.
Chili beans.
Blue Bane.
Yeah.
Coco.
I just remember getting stuck
Cacao.
with the wrong beans and it was just aggravating.
My number 3 is Summoner Wars.
I'm so confused.
Did you summon those words?
I'm so confused. Summoner Wars is probably the first game that I taught Tyler. We picked it up at Origins together when he was super young. He used to beat the crap out of me, and he now has it at number 3. And anytime I ask him if he wants to play it, the answer is
I don't know.
So maybe he's just moved past it, but it has that special place in his heart.
no. I think that he's trolling. I think this is the point at which his list starts trolling me.
How?
So if I said to you tomorrow after drum lesson, hey, you want to play some Summoner Wars?
Eh.
So why do you like it then if it's your number 3?
Because I used to beat you at it all the time. It is one of the only games that I could win at.
So then we've all now listed a game that it was like the first main game that we played in the hobby. And that's made it on all of our top 10 lists. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's weird. We're weird people.
My number 3 is City of Iron. That is by Red Raven Games.
Oh.
Number 3 and number 4 are both Red Raven games on my list. I've said it before. Like, we've had our Red Ravens game episode on why I like the game. So for the people who listen to that kind of already know. But the game itself, like with all Red Raven games, just looks amazing. There's a lot different strategy you could do, like with the military or kind of the civilian route, whether which race you want to be, because they'll have some bonuses to either way of winning. There's a preferred strategy for each race to go with, but it's not the only strategy, so it doesn't limit what you want to do. So that kind of limit lists, your options are not very limited.
Yeah, it's definitely like a lot of multiple paths to victory.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say. That's exactly it. There are multiple paths to victory.
Yeah, I agree. Tyler, what do you think about City of Iron?
Optionless, limitless.
Which one is that?
The other Red Raven game.
No clue. I completely forget about it.
With the lizard and the pig people.
With the turnips, that you had 1,000 turnips at the end of
Oh, yeah. That game. I love that game. You know how Erin has the panda game, the Japanese...
game.
The bean game, the
wine
Japanese wine game, the road game.
The train game.
And train game. This is the turnip game for me.
Okay. I'm with it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I think that it's a good choice for your list there, Will.
Number 2.
Number 2 for me is X-Wing, the miniatures game. And it was also on Will's list at number 5. So why was it on your list there, Will?
It was the first miniatures game that you got me into, which so far I think it's the only one that I've gotten into, or at least to put in a bunch of money so
Your
far.
list is just a bunch of games that I've made you play. It's funny. It's hilarious.
Well, that's kind of how I got in the hobby. You're just like, here, Will, this is what you're going to do
You made
today.
us all play these games.
I know. It's like you're my board game minions.
But X-Wing, it was like I said, it was the intro to miniatures games for me. And the way combat works, there's just so much you can do with it. Like, we've talked about this before on an episode.
Yeah.
There's just so many options of playing this game with what they just give you with the base sets, or you can buy one or two of the expansions, because I don't even own a base game.
And I heard there's new ones coming out, new ships.
Tyler and I, when we first started playing this, it reminded us a lot of another little game that we used to play called
HeroClix?
Wings of War.
Oh, yeah.
It used the same kind of flight mechanics and choosing your maneuvers ahead of time, and I fell in love with this game, and I love it so much. I want to own every ship, but I know that I will get in lots of trouble if I do that.
You can't have all the ships, and Erin can't hug all the cats.
Okay, deal.
And I don't know what Will can do.
I've probably only played it like a dozen times, and I just have so many things that I want to play more of and ships I want to put on the table, and I love it so much.
My number 2, wait for it, Ticket to Ride.
The train game.
The train game. Freaking love it. Can't get enough of it. I will play it anytime with anybody.
It's surprising.
I wanted to play it tonight.
It's really surprising because it's one of the first ones we played, and you still want to play it.
I would literally wanted to play it tonight. I was like, no, I'll get shot down.
But you don't like any of the other maps.
No.
I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot, but I don't know. Haven't we moved past it yet?
Nope.
I love it still.
I really enjoyed it. I only played it the one time with you guys with our kind of classic board game night that we had. But yeah, it was a really cool game. The way you have to build the railroads, you can't double over anyone's railroad, stuff like that. That was an interesting game. Something that for me would have to change up every once in a while just because it's so like clear cut. Like those other maps I would find really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not they're any fun or not, I don't know.
I liked them.
I've only played the one in the United States. But yeah, it's just a fun game. Like I said, it would be something like I think we started the night off with that. That was the first game Dominion that we played.
Or was it Dominion then Ticket to Ride? Anyway, it was our classic game night.
So it's just, I feel like it's something that like most people should play if you're trying to get in the hobby, and I'm happy that you guys showed me it. But it's not something that it's like gonna stand the test of time for my list of favorite games.
And for me, I do feel like it's a classic game.
And you've taught it to 100 different people.
Yeah,
there.
it's just classic to me. I love it.
My number 2 is Red Dragon Inn.
Yes, a classic game for Ty. Speaking of,
Go ahead, tell me why, because I feel like I'm getting trolled.
1,
he's
2, 3,
surprised.
and 4.
I'm not surprised. Really am not.
Again, it's one of the classics game.
Classic games.
We played it so much, and we knew all the characters so well. That's probably the only reason we don't play it anymore. But I've seen a couple new characters recently. But then again, there's new characters, but there's a character named Erin, so who wants to play with anything else but that one if your name's Erin?
I don't want to play with anything besides someone named Erin.
But you play with me and Will.
Never mind.
Hopefully not.
So why else do you like it, kid? I mean, it's
another push your luck game.
Yeah, but we're like playing as people drinking in a bar, trying to make everyone else drink faster and pass out before you.
This sounds like a game I need to play.
Well, we just need to make a list. That's the moral of the story.
I enjoy it. We have Red Dragon in 1 through 4.
I think it's one of the first games we ever started buying expansions to.
Yeah, and we bought it the same origins.
Yeah.
Tyler and I bought it the same origins that we bought Summoner Wars.
It's an early game too. I think we played it back in Catan days.
We got the promo for it during International Tabletop Day.
Oh yeah, it's a different kind of liqueur to go on the drink deck.
Okay, I'm going to start a list.
Okay. All right, so Will, you're number 2.
My number 2 is Mottainai.
Ew.
Which is like, my number 2 and my number 1 can be like interchangeable in my opinion. But I know my number 2 is very similar to someone else's number 1. So I'm going to let it pass.
For only about 5 seconds.
Number 1.
My number 1 is Mottainai from Asmodi Games and Carl Chuddik. Nope, you're not allowed to speak. It's my number 1. And it's Will's number 2. So Will, why?
It was probably one of the hardest games that you've put in front of me due to strategy. Because like I said, this is one of those like limitless strategy games. Like there's a kind of a clear cut, like
multiple paths to victory.
And this is just like the first one that like I've seen this with game art and the art on the cards and stuff like that is
even
fantastic.
Got his eyes closed while he's talking to it. His hands are in the air.
Especially like the turtle, like the iron turtle that you get with the blacksmithing. That if you get one of each type, or once you craft this or something along those lines, you just win.
Yep.
I like that Exodia kind of card in the deck.
Yep.
There's just a lot of stuff going out, and I wish more people would play it with us.
I played it before, and I loved it and got it the first time. It took me a while, and then we sat down to play it again. Couldn't do it.
But that's why I like it.
That's the end of my story.
I absolutely love the way that the cards have several different ways to use them. You can either use it to craft, or you can use it to trade, you can use it to have a helper. Everything that you need to do is careful planning and strategy, and it's, 60 cards? 100 cards maybe, Will?
Yeah, and you get 2 decks.
Yeah, well, I bought the deluxe. I love the multiple use cards. I love having to plan out what exactly you're trying to do as a strategy and what you're trying to take from the floor to put into your hand and back out onto your board and into your tableau and bouncing here and going there. I love every part of it. Like Will said, there's multiple paths to victory. You can end it by having so many works in one side or the other. Or there's cards in there that you could just immediately end and win the game. It's so cool. It's so much advanced planning, and I love it. It's nothing. I don't think that anything's going to dethrone Mottainai for a while. I'm definitely bringing it to Origins. I'm hoping that people will come and play it with me because I love it. And that's my number one.
You used a big word in there.
Which one?
Tableau.
Tableau. You're number one.
Erin. I already know
Every
that.
time Erin hits one on her list, she looks down at her notes and gets so excited that it's written on paper that she surprises herself.
You all know it.
So your number one game. Yeah,
game.
if you don't know Erin's number one game by now, just turn this podcast off because you just apparently don't listen to anything that anybody says.
Or if you're a new time listener, you.
Oh yeah, if
get
you're
it.
a first timer, you can stick around.
7 Wonders.
Bum, bum, bum.
Love card drafting, love gaining points, love the artwork, love to be awesome, love that the boards switch every time, love that you have to work with what you're handed.
Antoine Bowser game number 3 on your list.
And there's an app, which I love.
The Companion.
Yes.
They're supposed to be coming out with a full app board game version that they've been planning for like 2 years now.
You need to do it.
And if they do, I will never see my wife again.
Also, I have all the extra cards. I think the only thing I don't have is the player's mat. And I love that because it's my game that I collect.
It is.
It's my ownership game.
And you win it every time.
No.
Nope.
Nope, you do.
No, 50% of the time, probably. Maybe.
You do.
We'd have to look. And I still love it.
Which is surprising. A game that you don't win very often that you love that much. Yeah.
I like to watch other people play it too.
It's weird. It's weird how much you love the game, but I'm glad that I found a game that you love so much.
Yeah, and even the 1 year for my birthday, he got me like some expansions and I didn't even like throw him out of the house.
My number one is, I'm going to change this up a little. Both of the Legacy games that we have.
Hey, I'll allow it.
Pandemic Legacy and Risk Legacy.
Okay, so Pandemic Legacy was my number 3, so I get first shot to say something about it.
Go ahead.
It's the game that the 3 of us have been able to play together and strategize and find some semblance of a team together as the 3 of us.
Yeah, we walk away feeling like team after we play it.
Yeah, I think that game has done wonders on bringing us closer together. And that sounds really corny and cheesy, but like we sit down, we have a goal, we work through the game, we get up, we walk away from the game, and I think that it makes us work together better in life. And that's weird. But that's my thoughts on Pandemic Legacy and why it was my number.
Good to know that we can fight disease.
If something awful happens in the world that we're not allowed to spoil, we know how to handle it. So why are Pandemic Legacy and Risk Legacy your number one in a shared spot?
I love it because it's one of the fewer of the games that us as a family can just come together and play and not spill over the bottom of the game.
They numbered them. I put it back together. Whatever.
It was like slow motion.
It was.
They numbered them. I didn't see anything. I put the thing back.
Good thing they numbered them.
So then Risk Legacy.
Risk Legacy, one of the more reasons why I like it is because there's the one secret hidden card, which I will not tell where it is. It says, do not open ever. The first Risk Legacy that we had brought us horrors and terrible, terrible stuff, which I will not spoil because I forget.
So not that he doesn't want to spoil it, he doesn't remember what was in there to spoil it.
It was something like,
Nope.
Okay.
No, you're not allowed to spoil it.
They could just Google it.
I think that Risk Legacy was fun, but I think the reason why you liked it so much were the stories that came out of the games of Risk Legacy that we played. You know, we named pretty much every major and minor city in that game Compton.
Yes, we did. At the time, I did not know what that was.
Yeah.
So I just went with it.
So, and then every time that Graham won a game, he wrote like a presidential edict in the space where he was just supposed to sign sign his name that he
Yes.
won. So I think a lot of it are the stories that came out of it, or why you love it so much.
Sire Graham Schrock of the North.
Yes. You and I picked up another copy, and I don't think that if we just played with like 3 of us, that same kind of excitement will come out of it.
We need like 4 or 5 people to play it, actually.
Now, Seafall's coming out, which is Daviau's latest legacy game, which is coming out from Plaid Hat.
Might have to get that.
Already pre-ordered. Don't tell
Okay.
anyone. I've been waiting this game
spoiler?
for 4 years. There was no stopping me. It was announced 4 years ago, and he's been working on it ever since. And Pandemic Legacy Season 2 is coming out around the time of Essen. So,
Still have to finish Season 1.
yeah, we do. That's your number 1, Pandemic Legacy /
If anybody
First
would like
Legacy.
to send us to Essen, we'll do family podcasts from Essen.
Yeah, not enough people listen or care enough to do that for us, but it was a good try.
My number 1 is Blood Rage. So I know it's your number 1 too, Tyler. Why don't you tell us what you like about it?
Yeah, it's my number 1 on my most disliked games.
Blood Rage.
Hate it.
Love it. Gotta have it. I've talked about it before. A lot of these games that I've mentioned on this list we've talked about before, Craig. Other than just to keep like repeating myself, this was just a very competitive game. And I'm a really competitive person when it comes to this.
You
So-
scooped last time you played.
That was not my fault. There was a wild Cliff, and I should have known better than to rely on Cliff.
Cliff trolled him.
Really? How?
Like in Evolution?
I don't know why you would say really.
No.
I mean, you should have been like, oh yeah, of course.
I'll tell you later, Ty. But yeah, so the last game I played of it, Cliff kind of ruined for me, but I still love it. I still want to play it, and I gotta beat B. That's like, I gotta beat Erin in 8-Minute Empire. I have to beat B in Blood Rage now.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, not happening.
That's what you think. You won by a tie. Just wait till next time.
I did not win by a tie. Winning is winning.
Okay, so that wraps up our top 10 of 50 episodes. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Twitch chat, for all the donations to make us go to Essen.
It's just not even worth stopping it at this point.
Wait, stopping what?
Stopping you guys from going freaking off the rails. It's just funny to sit over here and listen to all of it.
Okay.
So, does anybody want to mention any honorable mentions that they forgot to put on their list, or are we done with all of this noise?
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Sushi go.
I can include Sheriff of Nottingham as an honorable mention. Got it as a birthday gift for one of my friends recently, so.
Nice.
We're going to rapid fire this. Elysium.
Oh yeah, Elysium for sure.
Cosmic Encounter.
7 7s.
Orleans.
Orleans.
Above and Below.
Star Wars Rebellion.
Scrabble.
Star Wars Rebellion.
Nope.
Bad
Vetoed.
Beats.
Connect 4.
Vetoed.
Bad Beats.
Just Desserts.
Lanterns.
Warhammer the Adventure card game. Warhammer Quest the Adventure card game.
Pit.
Yeah, Pit. My list is over. Eminent
Well,
Domain.
The Minute Empire.
So those are all of our honorable mentions thrown out at high speed at each other. And then I threw a note card at somebody's head.
It wasn't mine.
I won't say who. So anybody want to say anything else about our top 10s or any games or anything?
Tyler already signed us out.
He did. So hit it one more time, kid.
I love you all.
And I'll be back to wrap up the entire episode.
Haha, good
So-
luck with that. Good thing I'm working all weekend.
Thank you so much for tuning into the 50th anniversary episode of 50 times that we've done this whole spiel of a podcast. It means so much to me that you keep coming back week after week, or if this is your first time listening, I thank you for giving us a shot. We strive every 2 weeks when an episode comes out to make this the best show that we can make it. And if you have suggestions on how we can make the show better, you can do that by reaching me on Twitter at BotchGames, or sending me an email directly at botchgames1@gmail.com. You can reach Will at Will Hapney. You can reach Tyler at nullmark62021. And Erin is not on Twitter yet, but I have a feeling that might change. But I just wanted to take the moment to say thank you so much. As you've heard some of the congratulations from some of the guests, it's been a wild ride. It's been a lot of hard work. I've been through another co-host, and that adjustment, we took a hiatus to kind of figure out our niche. We've changed and iterated the show more times than I could possibly count to try and make it into a show that's both manageable for us and a show that is interesting to listen to and that gets the audience engaged. It's hard work putting on a podcast. It's hard work building a brand. It's hard work building a community. Just a little peek under the hood. It took probably about 4 hours of recording to put together this hour and some change episode, not including the 4 hours of research
the 4 hours of playing games, of building the lists, of going through and building up our itinerary of what we wanted to talk about. If we're doing review games on an episode, then that's another several hours to make sure that Will and I, or that me and the fam, have played the games enough that we feel knowledgeable enough to talk about it. And then once we get into post, I mean, I have this problem called well, it's not really like a real medical condition, but there's a certain type of learning called kinesthetic learning, where you are constantly having to get up and move and do things with your hands to get a full grasp. And I have this thing where I have to constantly get up every 15 or 20 so minutes to move around or do something else before I go stir crazy. So post takes forever for me. So for this episode, especially the segment with 4 mics running at the same time, that hour part of the show probably took me about 6 hours to edit and get it to a point where I thought it was going to be what I wanted, to some kind of a quality. And it's still not great. What we do is still not the best. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but we give it a run. We give it a run every 2 weeks. And I just am so thankful for everybody who interacts with me on Twitter, for everybody who interacts with me on Facebook, or who leaves iTunes reviews. It means so much to me that people are listening. It means so much to go in every week and see my numbers coming up. It means so much to me just being able to talk with everybody out there. It's going to mean so much to me at Origins when I'm playing games with all of you. So to wrap all of this up, I just wanted to say thank you. From the bottom of my heart. It's been almost 2 years. We've put out 50 main episodes, and I just want to say thank you. So with that, I will bid you good night.